Will Dr. Humphrey, Dr. Victoria Humphrey, please pick up the epidermal cell scanner from bay number 3?
That's my mom. Or at least she's going to be. Of course, there's a lot that has to happen before then. She's got to go to school. Hi, Grandma. Got to meet my dad.
Out of the deep freeze into your heart, you gotta think about every bite you take.
Hardly 40 Captain, left ventricle, right ventricle. We are off and pumping.
Wayne, thank goodness you're all right. Is everything okay?
Honey, I shrunk the audience.
WDW Radio, your information station. Hello and welcome to the WDW Radio Show, your Walt Disney World information station. I am your host, Lou Mangello, and this is show number 425. I'm here to help you have the best possible Disney vacation experience and bring you a little bit of Disney magic wherever you are with this podcast, videos, blog, live broadcasts on Facebook, special events, books, tours, and more. You can subscribe to the podcast in iTunes and Google Play and find everything else at WDWRadio.com. So it is the most wonderful time of the year at Walt Disney World as Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party celebrates the spirit of the season in the Magic Kingdom. This week, join me live from the party as we discuss 10 tips to get the most out of the event, a few things you might not know about the party, and some of the many reasons why it's part of our family's yearly holiday tradition. I'll then have the answer to our last Walt Disney World trivia question of the week and pose a new challenge for your chance to win a Disney Prize package. Then stay tuned to the end of the show for some updates, including details about our next Meet of the Month and very special holiday event in and virtually from Walt Disney World. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of the WDW Radio Show.
Once upon a time, in a magic land, a Christmas celebration was held. Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends were there to share their favorite holiday stories. Today, we invite you to join this celebration as the magic of a Disney Christmas fills the air.
Merry Christmas!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Merry Christmas!
the Magic Kingdom proudly presents our holiday celebration, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Parade.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you.
With so many special events that go on at Walt Disney World throughout the year, there are so many reasons to come and to come back time and time again. And I say every year, half or maybe 3/4 of the way jokingly, that the Food and Wine Festival to me is the most wonderful time of the year. I love the change in the weather. I love the food and the wine and the food. But really, coming to Walt Disney World during the holiday season, which really begins immediately after Halloween is over in early November, there really is something very, very special about coming to the parks right now. And we're actually here for my first of what will probably be many Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Parties here at the Magic Kingdom. It is a special hard-ticketed event that takes place on select nights throughout the entire year. So as I was saying, before one of my special guests lost a tooth, I am here on the first of what I think is going to be multiple trips to the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party here at the Magic Kingdom. And normally, when I come to the parties, most of the people that I dine with and I walk around with don't lose teeth. But tonight, look, I think the holidays is all about family and friends, and oftentimes, especially in my case, I consider many of you who are my friends part of my extended family. So I am here with my immediate family tonight, but the holidays, I believe, it doesn't matter what you celebrate, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus, Kwanzaa, or just the spirit of the season, it is all about having Kenny Rogers in the background. No, it's really all about spending time with those that you love, and that is where I'm doing tonight. I'm spending time with my immediate family and you, the listener, part of my extended family because we are friends and family, whether we have met yet or not. So tonight, we're going to talk about the 10, not just sort of tips to get the most out of a party, but maybe, it's maybe even sort of 10 things that we love about coming to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So in no particular order, other than how good looking, how much I love, in no particular order other than ladies first, reverse age order in alphabetical order. Marion Rose Mongello.
Hey.
Who just lost a tooth.
I just had a tooth. And it seems like I've never actually lost a tooth at home. I've always lost it somewhere in Disney, so that's cool.
So Tinker better talk to the Tooth Fairy and hook you up tonight. Yeah, and also to her immediate left, it's similar, close in age, is Deanna Mongello.
Good evening, everybody.
And to my right is Captain Handsome himself, Mr. Nicholas Mongello.
Sup, doggies?
And as you may or may not be able to tell, we are sitting recording tonight is one of those perfect Florida nights.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 70 degrees. There's a beautiful breeze. The party is not very crowded tonight. We'll get to that. But if you're listening in the background music, you're like, I think that's Dolly Parton singing Christmas carols. We are sitting outside, even with the new menu, one of my favorite dining locations in Walt Disney World. We're sitting outside Pecos Bills in the shadow of Splash Mountain. The parade just ended, just having some hot chocolate and some apple juice.
And some cookies.
Well, I was going to say we were having cookies, but now we're having crumbs of cookies. And I really thought, and I think we've done this in the past, we come every year, especially now that we're locals, but even when we didn't, we always came every year to the Christmas party. And this, as I was walking in, I was going, gosh, I wonder, I really love the Halloween party. We saw that just a few weeks ago. And now I'm like, I love the Christmas party so much, and now I'm sort of in that real kind of Christmas spirit. But I wanted to talk about the ways to get the most. What?
You were in the Halloween stage, and now you're in the Christmas stage.
Right? I was thinking Gravediggers in the parade, and now I'm thinking Toy Soldier. I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves.
I love that.
Well, I guess I was weeping. I was weeping as I was broadcasting.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just a few minutes, we will present our nighttime fireworks spectacular, Holiday Wishes. Celebrate the spirit of the season. In order for you to fully experience tonight's presentation, the lighting around the Magic Kingdom will be reduced. For your own safety and for that of others, we ask that you remain in the same location until the lighting returns to normal. Thank you.
You got it. We are not going to move until the fireworks are over. But so, it's funny because he was talking about the timing of things, and I do love the fact that they kind of announce what time things are, because there is so much
amazing things to do.
Speaking of the soldiers, listen.
There is so much to do, and I think, like any Walt Disney World trip or special event, timing really is everything, and we'll sort of talk about the importance of timing. But if you've never been to the Christmas party before, the Christmas party officially starts at 7 o'clock at night. And I think when a lot of people see that, and you don't need a separate park admission ticket to come in, your Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party ticket gives you admission to the Magic Kingdom. But, kids, you can actually come in not at 7, not at 6, not at 5, but stick it to the man, and you can come into the Magic Kingdom starting at 4 o'clock. And I highly recommend that. Not just to get the most value for your dollar, but if you use your time wisely, you come in early, you see the attractions that you want to see. This way you don't have to worry about waiting online for an attraction, even though the lines are not very long, and then missing some of the special entertainment. But I would come in early, hit some attractions you want to do, see some shows, relax a bit. I would have dinner before the party starts at 7 o'clock, especially, before, because not all the restaurant are open as well. And if you do that too, in terms of timing, you'll be able to sort of get one of the things on the entertainment list out of the way is the castle lighting, that the Frozen Holiday Wish, which is amazing, where Queen Elsa and her friends light up the castle in a beautiful ceremony. That takes place twice at night, at 6:15 and 8 o'clock. So if you come in at 4, do some attractions, have dinner at 5, you can go and see the first lighting ceremony at 6:15. You've done a ton before the party even gets started. What'd you guys think of the castle lighting show?
I thought it was amazing. I loved the projections. I loved how the castle was all lit up. It was beautiful.
There's something that has to be said about the castle when it's all lit up like that with all the lights. It's definitely like Christmas. You totally feel like you're in the Christmas spirit. Even though I love Thanksgiving, being here with the Christmas music on, it does put you in the Christmas spirit.
And and look, it just it made sense having Elsa and Olaf and sort of everything as part of the cast. Cinderella used to be part of the cast lighting show, but it does it does just sort of fit. And I'm an Olaf guy, man. I dig Olaf.
Say, Kris Kringle, something magical's gonna happen.
I usually am not the biggest fan of shows. But so far, I think even just the Halloween one was great. But now that the Christmas one, it was short and it was sweet. They
like you.
Aw, thanks. But they talked a little in the beginning, which was nice. And then, they did all these cool castle projections, and then you kind of just saw it slowly lighting up. And it wasn't just all at once. You saw the projections, and you slowly just saw all the lights go on, which I really, really
it looks like the castle is freezing the way they sort of dim the lights, right?
Yeah, it looked like it was actually freezing. I like how there was icicles. They didn't cover up the whole castle. They're little spots that they're...
It transforms. The castle really does transform. So, in talking about planning the day, that actually is going to lead me to one of the second things, because I think you really do need to plan, and when you come into the park, you do get a special 4-panel fold-out map. And when I tell you to grab the map and sort of sit down and plan, a nice thing, too, is you can actually... I think the map, too, is a really neat souvenir. It's a great way to sort of mark, especially if you come year after year, you can collect the maps. They're easy to carry, they're small, they're light, they're free, so you can have one to sort of walk around and look at, and keep a couple more and put them in your bag. And it does sort of show you not just what attractions are open, what restaurants are open, but where the character meet and greets are. More importantly, where the cookie and hot chocolate stations are, where the shows are, and some of the the special attractions too. And we'll obviously touch on the Jingle Cruise as well. But it really is. This is really all you need to sort of make your way around the parks. Even if you've never been here before, you can plan it out pretty easy.
I love the maps. They make such good souvenirs, and you can circle stuff you want to do. You can go find as much hot chocolate stops as you want. Yeah, I think they're awesome.
From all of us to all of you, a very Merry Christmas. Good night.
See, now, I think for people who are maybe listening to this at home or in their cars, you can't get a sense of just what it's like to hear the music and that the fireworks. We're in Frontierland and the perimeter fireworks, and you can feel it sort of rumble in your chest.
It's amazing just being here, feeling the spirit of Christmas. It's great.
And we're, very early in November, relatively speaking, but you're right. You do sort of instantly get into that Christmas spirit.
Yeah, and I really love Thanksgiving, and I get disappointed when, everyone's decorating for Christmas, but it just does. It brings such a Christmas spirit to you when you're here.
It's Christmas all around us. So wonderful to share it all with you.
So as you can see, timing is everything. We started recording about 9:30, which is when the Holiday Wishes Celebrate the Spirit of the Season takes place. And, while standing on the middle of Main Street or at the end of Main Street is one of the ideal locations, there are plenty of places. And because it's the Christmas party, there are 360-degree perimeter fireworks. So we were here in Frontierland, and we actually had a pretty good view of fireworks. Certainly could hear it well. And then when the perimeter ones went off, the entire sky lit. But I think that goes to the point about getting here early, too, because I think the earlier that you get here, the more stuff that you're going to be able to do. Because one of the other things, too, that's special about this party, just like the Halloween party, is, especially I know you guys love, it's all about the characters, right? Special characters come out at Halloween. A lot of the villains come out. Mickey and Minnie and some of the other people are in their Halloween costumes. Well, here, a lot of the characters like Mickey and Minnie and Scrooge and Donald have holiday outfits on. But there's also a lot of other characters as well. So you can meet Jack, who as Santa Claus, Scrooge, and Minnie. The 7 dwarves are always like the most popular ones. And if you get here early enough, I would actually suggest that you line up, even maybe before 6 o'clock. This way, as soon as the dwarves sort of come out and go live at 7, you hit them first, and you have more time to do some of the other things, especially if you want to catch one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 10 different shows and entertainment throughout the night. And speaking of, here's actually a little tip too. If you want to go see the princesses in Princess Fairy Tale Hall, if you go there around 7 o'clock, they'll create a second line just for party guests. So if you want to go and see Cinderella, Rapunzel, Anna Elsa, Snow White, etc., if you get there around 7, you sort of choose. You want to go see the dwarves, or you want to go see the princesses, they'll create a second line so you can knock those characters out, which you get very, very busy later on really, really quickly. We haven't had a chance to see the characters yet, but I think later on,
hopefully going to go see them.
We're definitely going to see them. What if I gave you something even a little bit better? What if I gave you another tip and told you that you can go and dance with the characters as well? I mean, I've seen you dance, so dance I'm putting in air quotes, but you can go and watch the other characters.
Are you mistaking me for Mom?
Anytime I try to dance or sing or have a good time, I get the...
You look like Elaine from Seinfeld.
I get the kibosh.
Don't worry, Mommy. You are a good dancer, but I'm the best dancer out of all of you.
Thank you, Nicholas.
So there's actually a number of different ways that you can go and dance with the characters. There's a character dance party going on over at Club Tinsel at Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland, and even better yet, at 7:45, 8:40, 9:45, 10:40, and if you have enough hot chocolate in you, 11:35 p.m., there's a totally Tomorrowland.
Way past my bedtime.
You're in your footy pajamas waiting for Santa by then.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a totally Tomorrowland Christmas, which is a Christmas party that takes place at the Rockefeller Plaza stage.
It's a giant dance party.
Like, what's better than that? A Halloween holiday.
Christmas.
A holiday.
There's no Halloween.
It's a holiday dance party with some of your favorite characters. And, it's funny because when the stage first went up in Tomorrowland, some people were like, well, it doesn't really fit with the story. But when you watch kids and adults and kids of all ages just getting out there and having a great time and singing along and dancing with their characters, I think that is really where the photographs are taken and the memories are really made.
Well, the big thing is it's very family-oriented. You exactly hit the nail on the head. Kids, adults, the adults become kids. And this is the only place on earth that you can do that. Well, except living with Lou Mangello, but you could put that aside. But anyway.
And speaking of characters, do you guys know who else is here? Santa!
Yay, Santa!
Wait a minute. You smell like beef and cheese. You're not Santa Claus.
I was going to say that.
So you can actually go to the candy cane. You go through the candy cane forest to the candy cane garden.
No. You go to the swirly, twirly gum through the forest of swirly, twirly gumdrops.
And then you go to the candy cane garden to take a picture with Santa.
Yay! And tell him what we want for Christmas.
Yeah, and also to eat all the candy cane.
Dude, we're getting. Don't worry, I like how you roll, buddy, because we're getting to the food. But speaking of Santa, the park is also full of Santa's little helpers, and I don't mean the dog. I mean Santa's little helpers, and what I mean by that is the cast members that are dressed in their Christmas best. Like if you have questions about what time showtimes are, where a good place to find the parade is. And I love seeing the cast members are always happy, but I think there's something even more so during the Christmas time. Like everybody's smiling, everybody's dancing. They've got the cool little Christmas light necklaces on.
I want that Christmas light.
I know you do.
Everyone has their hands in the air like they just don't care.
Exactly,
They have their hands in the air because they really do care.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm just going to drop the mic and walk off
Nice
stage.
warm hugs.
No, that's me. I'm the warm hug. All right, so Nicholas,
Nicholas is a warm
you quickly got to what I was really going to do first, but it would be it's all about the food, baby. So let's talk about some of the food. So throughout the evening, when the party does start, not every dining location is open. There's a list inside. Most of them are. We actually ate at Pecos Bill's tonight with the new sort of fajita menu and the burritos.
So good.
We saved that for the live review. Not that I'm saying you're going to take part in the live review, but wait.
The best thing there is that if you go to this party, included in your pass is unlimited cookies and hot chocolate. So I got 2 cups.
Nobody can tell. Nobody can tell by how much sugar you have.
It is so good. I think you're on your 4th cup and your 6th cookie.
But you know what? And look, and you know, this is so nice. Again, the weather being just. I was gonna say it's so. You can tell my kids are Floridians. It's like it's snowpocalypse. They're bundled up like it's the middle of winter.
Bundled up,
but
it's only like 70 degrees.
But isn't it a perfect night for a little bit of hot chocolate,
and
some cookies? They also
Big Thunder Mountain
and
Santa Claus.
But they also wait. In addition to the unlimited, hot chocolate and cookies, they also have apple juice, and they also have healthy options too. They have apple slices and I believe carrot sticks. I think they're the healthy option. But they also have specialty food as well. And look, obviously, listen to us. We're all about the food. They also have a holiday tree cupcake, which you can get exclusively at Gaston's Tavern. And they have a holiday bear cupcake that you can get at the Main Street Bakery. I would almost say they look too good enough to eat, but look at me. Nothing looks too good to eat.
I think the bear one looks like a mouse. It looks like Mickey Mouse to me because it has the ears, it has the eyes, and it has the nose, and it has the bow tie, and it has the black wrapper.
It's really a hidden.
You know who else has eyes, nose, ears, and mouth?
What?
Me.
So you can also, and just on the map too, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 different places that you can go to get the holiday treats. So if you look for the giant inflatable lit up candy cane, it's easy to spot. And we've walked to a couple of them, and there was no lines at all.
Yeah, you can literally just walk up and say, "Give me 50."
Please.
Please give me 50. Please
I think
give me 50
I think we're gonna stop.
cups
I think we're gonna stop giving Nicholas 50. 50 things cups. So
I'll never stop.
So when I look at things like the specialty food, like the cupcakes, it also makes me start thinking about some of the specialty merchandise as well too. And I think for a lot of people, that's one of the big reasons why they come, because there's special limited edition event merchandise you can only get here. There's a limited release trading pins. There's a very cool limited edition graphic magic band, T-shirts, and if you are a Sorcerer's fan or just a Sorcerer collector, you can actually pick up the exclusive card by showing your wristband at the Firehouse on Main Street, USA.
I'm the master of the Sorcerer cards, and you have to go get them because they will never sell these special cards again.
But the trick is you don't have to get it as soon as you first start the evening.
You come at the end.
You get it on your way out.
Right when you're about to go out, you stop by the fire station, show your wristband. All right, here's your card. Get a pack if you want to.
So when Nicholas comes off his sugar high and I'm carrying him down Main Street, he'll sort of reach out, in his last breath and say, "I need my Sorcerer card." But it's again, like the maps, they're neat sort of free things that you can bring home as well.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're a Sorcerer card collector, like we are.
So let's talk about some of the entertainment, because I think those are one of the things that you definitely, because I think there's a lot of things you need to see and some things that you might not realize. Because, Maren, you were saying before that you're not normally a stage show person, but the Celebrate the Season stage show, which takes place at 7:30, 10 o'clock, and 11:20 on the Castle stage, that was really like a nice show. And you sort of, I saw you sort of transform from somebody who wanted to go and ride Big Thunder to somebody who was really enjoying it.
It was actually kind of cute. I liked it.
See? It brings out the little girl and the little kid in all of us. Even Marion.
It brings out the little, kid. It reminds you when you're, 5 years old and you were just walking in Disney and you were singing with your parents. It was awesome. No matter how bad your dancing was or how bad your singing was, it was.
But nobody cares because you're just having fun.
Thank you.
And that's the thing about coming here. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you leave all your inhibitions behind. You walk through the portal at the entrance to Magic Kingdom, and you do become a kid again. And you know what? When you see people, look, we were sitting before watching the parade. We saw that mom holding the kid who just was wide-eyed, and I was getting choked up at watching the mother watch the kid. You know, we can't pick up our kids much anymore, but we still have that same kind of feeling. But so let's sort of get to, I think this is 7, 8, I don't know. I lost count. It doesn't really matter. It's 10-ish plus. But I will tell you, I love the Halloween parade, but there is something about the Once Upon a Christmas Time parade.
Yeah.
So I was live broadcasting on Facebook before, although I wasn't watching the comments as close as I normally do because I wanted to watch it, and I was telling you, Marion, and I tell listeners all the time, don't worry about recording it. Watch it with your own eyes. Don't look at it through a lens. Watch it your own. I am not, too proud to admit I was choked up probably at least 14 times during that parade because I don't know if it's the music or seeing the characters. And we were saying before, when those tin soldiers come out,
my God.
there is no better moment in Walt Disney World than right there.
It literally, you don't feel like it's Christmas until you see it, and you're like, okay, set up the tree now. I think we can grab some mistletoe. Okay, let's start decorating.
What the parade to me was amazing. Like, I was looking at all the little kids' faces, and they were like, their faces were filled with excitement and joy.
And you know what, too? I was watching during the parade, I was watching the dynamic of some families around us. Everybody sort of just gets a little bit closer. You see couples starting, those nice little older couple that started holding hands, people putting their arms around each other. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's the smell of peppermint or chocolate or whatever it is, or it's just, the different music throughout the way. And again, we found a really neat spot. I think everybody thinks I need to be in the hub in front of the castle to watch it. We were in Frontierland, which is a great spot, right?
Yeah, we were in this little spot, next to the
breezeway, right by the breezeway to Adventureland. Yep.
But I think it's so cool also to be in Frontierland or near the end because you can have somebody just save your spot, go grab popcorn, go grab something to watch the parade with. But when you're in the beginning, you're like, okay, chop, we need to sit down right now. Yeah.
The other thing I love about the parade too was all the different smells.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was
from
such a great touch.
the floats,
and I love all the songs.
Yeah, all the songs, but definitely the smells get you
so cool.
in the mood, and all peppermint and hot chocolate and all those different scents.
And you do need to get there early. I think you need to get there and find a spot probably about 30 minutes ahead of time to make sure, especially if you're vertically challenged like me, you want to try and be as close to the rope as possible.
Yeah, with little ones, you want to be close to the.
But with little ones too, and we said this as we were broadcasting, there's something that happens here that doesn't happen anywhere else. That family was standing there for who knows how long. They saw you walk over with the kids, and they parted ways and said, come on, your kids can sit on the ground right in front of us, even though we've been waiting here. There is something about this place, and maybe it's the spirit, maybe it's the hot chocolate, I don't know what it does, that makes people act just nicer to each other.
I think that's so sweet. That just warms my heart when, whether if it's your family or if you just see somebody else's, just see somebody take so much time waiting for themselves and then showing some sympathy and having this family with young children or older children and having them sit in front, and I think that's just so cute for me and for other families.
So other than the tin soldiers, what's your favorite part or the float in the parade?
My favorite part, I gotta say, was the one with the little tiny ponies just like walking around.
Cinderella's coach with the miniature ponies.
And then on the back of it, like the poop scoopers were just like.
All right, Marion, what was your favorite other than the Tin Soldiers, which we want to just take one home? And they actually play the trumpets too, which I love. I love the live music. But go ahead, what's your favorite?
I love all the Disney princesses. I think it's just so cool how all of them are together and like the fairy godmother at the top. I really like that.
All right, wait, pretend Marion's not here for a second because something happened tonight during this parade. It brought, Marion's just about to turn 12 in 4 days, and we say sometimes how we miss as she loved the princesses, and look what she does. She goes back and says how much she loves the princesses.
And in the beginning, I was like bursting into tears. I was so happy. There was Mary Poppins. I'm so happy they appreciate that movie.
Mary Poppins. So I think my favorite part is, number one, obviously the soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
And how they are so synchronized.
Yeah.
Like, they have these steps that are just amazing, like how they keep in tune with each other and in line with each other. And then, again, I have to say, like, all the different smells, because it just brings, like, Christmas, it ties in the whole Christmas spirit.
I do kind of like Vanellope von Schweetz in her little car.
I forgot about that. That was so cool.
I love it.
That was
so cool.
awesome, but the car was just going a little slow.
Nicholas was going to jump in the car with her.
Yeah,
I was just like,
but you know what? And it's a long parade. Like even the girls in front of us were like, wow, they couldn't believe it. I think they thought it was over. Time and time again, like the fireworks. Just when you think they're over, like something else comes down. But it is it's a relatively long parade.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely worth
the wait.
It's definitely worth it. You owe me a soda.
So what do you think is, because I think we may have talked about, even more than 10. We talked about the Tomorrowland Christmas show and the Castle show and Holiday Wishes and the parade. One thing we didn't mention, Mara, we didn't get a chance to see this yet, but I think this may be new this year. It's called Voice Play. It's a vocal harmonies and unforgettable a cappella holiday concert. That's over at the Rocketero Plaza stage at 8:10, 9:05, 10:10, and 11:05. You're a big pentatonics person, so like your eyes lit up when I said that.
Oh my gosh, I am the biggest. This must sound like so nerdy, but I am the biggest a cappella fan. Like, I love anything a cappella, so what I heard.
Wait, you love anything a cappella?
Oh,
because let me tell you something. There ain't nobody who sings Blood in the Saddle better than Big Al other than this guy.
Okay, I did not mean it like that. I meant I like most,
like good acapella.
The good kind.
Marion leapt over the table.
Yeah. But I'm so excited to hopefully be able to see this acapella show, because I think I really like the idea of making music with only things with your mouth or your hands or something like that. But it's so cool. I'm really, really excited. And it's Christmas. And look, even if you don't see every one of the shows and you really sort of have to plan it out in order to be able to do everything, one of the things that you commented on, Deanna, time and time again was whether it was on Main Street or by the castle, you're like, it's snowing.
Yeah.
Like, you suspend your disbelief. You're like, it's snowing on Main Street. I could spend the entire evening sitting on Main Street, watching people go by, watching the parade, listening to the music, and just watching the snowfall.
I agree.
Because we don't have to shovel it, unlike New Jersey.
Let me tell you something. I do not miss the snow
at the ground.
all. But to
walk, it smells good.
Yeah, to walk down Main Street and to see the snow, it's magical.
There is. We talk about, and look, if you're listening to the show, I assume that you quote-unquote get it. And I think if you get it, you understand that there is something special about this place. And I don't know what they do. I don't know how it happens, but I think it truly becomes more special during this time of year. Like, there is something that makes you very happy about coming in here, and you forget about everything outside the park.
Well, it is Disney, so...
Yeah.
So what would you say is your number one favorite thing, and I think I know what Nicholas is, your number one favorite thing about the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party?
The unlimited cookies and hot chocolate.
Marion, what about you?
So I like that. I also like how sometimes some, not saying all, some of the ride lines are a little bit shorter because it is a limited amount of people. But I also do enjoy I like the Christmas spirit. Who doesn't? If you don't like Christmas or don't like the holidays, then I think you need to, get checked out, because Christmas and the holidays, like, there's joy everywhere, and there's, like, it smells like Christmas everywhere, and trees, and ornaments, and happiness.
Yeah, what about it? And actually, the lines are a lot shorter because, and one thing I'm really happy to see, it is not, and we'll talk about the times to come, but tonight is one of those nights, and it's a Friday night. There is not a lot of people here at all.
No, the crowds are very, very, very low, thank God. And, there's a sense of, unity here. And there's a sense of family. And I love how all the kids are dancing and all the parents are dancing and singing to Christmas carols.
All the adults are nice to each other, and there's a courtesy that's here that just doesn't exist anywhere else.
Yeah, so, the parade is my favorite, and just being with you guys.
And I will say that I love all those things, and you're expecting me to say that it's the food, and let's just assume that that's what I said first, because it is. But you know what I like? And here's a perfect example. We're still sitting in Frontierland by the Golden Oak Outpost. I love how the music varies, just like it does on a normal day in the parks. The Christmas music, the holiday music varies. So we're in Frontierland, and it's country. Yeah, every land, the music is different. And I love how some of it's classic. I love how some of it's a little bit more modern. But wherever you go, we sort of just notice, like, hey, wait a minute. There's a little bit of sort of a country twang.
Christmas.
It's a Frontierland Christmas.
Like, when we were in Main Street, they had just, like, the traditional, like Mariah Carey or something, and, like, the traditional Christmas carols. But then we went in Frontierland, Dad's like, is there country Christmas?
I'm like, I think that's Dolly Parton is singing in the background.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But I like it because the feel of each of the lands does not go away when the party starts. So if you're thinking about coming to the party, tickets are obviously on sale now. Ticket prices range from about $74 to $82, and then kids' tickets are about $69 to $77. Obviously, kids are between ages of 3 to 9, and kids under 3. And oh, I wish your kids are still under 3. Kids under 3 are free. There are different times of the year that you come. So the party started around November 8th and runs until right around Christmas time. There are certain times, obviously during the week is going to be a little bit less crowded, and once you start getting to Christmas, it does start to get a little bit more crowded, but never so much so that you feel that you're not, at least I feel, that you're not getting the value for the money, or that it's too overly packed. And I think, do you have any final tips that you would give anybody as a mom, as a kid, whatever it may be, that or something that they should think about before they come?
So what Lou had said, just to touch back on it, is to get here early and to make sure, you do get your small children up to the front so that they can see the parade. Because if you're a little bit farther back, they won't enjoy it as much. So you really, and the characters, I think the characters in this parade, they interact so much more with the kids. They get up close with them, they shake hands, and I think that means so much to a child. So
Or to me. Yeah. I hugged Big Al.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I think I'm going to quote one of my favorite philosophers, whose 4 simple words I think ring true, not just for the Christmas party, but anytime you come to Disney World. His name is Crush, and his famous words are, go with the flow. So I think that you need to come here with a plan. I think you should look at the map, and if possible, there's many times you can find the map ahead of time. Figure out the entertainment that you want to see and get it sort of a game plan. Say, okay, we're going to hit the Frozen Holiday Wish at 6:15. We're going to do Celebrate the Season at 7:30, and then sort of map out your evening. But also, don't be afraid to adjust. If you or your child decides you want to go do the Jingle Jungle Cruise, which we love, by the way, how do we forget to mention? Oh my God!
Skipper was
awesome.
Skipper Taylor.
She was phenomenal. I wanted to go on again. Nicholas is like, I feel like the TTA. I wanted to start right over again. But there's an overlay to it. The script is completely different, and she nailed it.
Right. Okay, so I agree with everything that you just said except for one thing.
I knew you were going to say except something.
Crush's motto is not go with the flow, it's do.
Do you want me to sing from Not Finding Nemo the Musical?
No. Nicholas knows
because I used to sing it to you guys when you were kids every single night.
Every single
dude,
song.
Focus, dude.
Go with the flow.
And on that musical number, I think we will end it for the night. Thank you guys. Listen, the holidays don't mean anything unless you're able to share it with those that you love. And the line between who you can call friend and who you call family is often very blurred and very gray. You don't have to be blood to be family, but spending it with you, and even tonight broadcasting, and 400 people were watching, I felt like those people were with us enjoying it together. And look, even if you come solo, you won't be alone because everybody here is so friendly. But I would love to hear from you, the listener. Have you ever been to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party before? And if not, why? And if you have been, what's your favorite thing or your favorite tip? What do you just love about this party? What makes this party something that you need to come and do as part of your holiday tradition every year? Man, you have a last thought?
Focus, dude.
Thank you, guys. I love you around the table. I love you, listener, who's sitting around this table with us, because that's how I want you to feel. And even though it's November, I want you to have a happy Thanksgiving season and holiday season, and whatever it is that you celebrate, whether it's the spirit of the season or not. I hope that you give love and you get love in return, and enjoy what is it, Nicholas? The unlimited
hot cocoa and cookies. Go with the flow, people. Go.
Time for our Walt Disney World Trivia Question of the Week, where I invite you to test your knowledge, not just of Walt Disney World's history or the details or what you see, but sometimes about what you hear in the parks as well. If you think you know the answer, you can send it in via email for a chance to win a Disney prize package. Before we get to this week's question, let's go back, review last week's, and select our winner. So last time I did ask you about something that you have heard probably not just once or twice, but countless times in Walt Disney World. I just asked you for a single word, which is to fill in the blank in the line that says, every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running. And the word I was looking for was chills. Actually, it'll sound a lot better if you hear Paul Frees say it himself.
We find it delightfully unlivable here in this ghostly retreat. Every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running chills. Listen.
So I took all of the correct entries, and because we had an extra week or so in there because I was traveling last week, I apologize for no show. I took all of the hundreds of correct entries, randomly selected one, and our winner last week, who receives the WDW Radio Magic Band cover and a copy of the 102 Ways to Save Money for and at Walt Disney World book, which is available at WDWRadio.com, is Rich Notaro. So, Rich, congratulations. If you played last week and didn't win, that's okay, because here's your next chance to enter in this week's Walt Disney World Trivia Challenge. So I, and I'm sure you, are incredibly excited for all that's coming to Walt Disney World, from Pandora to, of course, Star Wars Land, Toy Story Land, and I think this is going to usher in a new generation of interactive experiences, which I think was really sort of started by attractions like Toy Story Midway Mania, which leads us to this week's question. Before you start actually playing the game and they start keeping score, you're given sort of a practice round where you can use your shooter to throw something at some targets. That's your question for this week. In Toy Story Midway Mania, what do you practice shooting before they actually start keeping score? You have until Sunday, November 22nd at 11:59 p.m. You need to email your answer to contest@WDWRadio.com. This week, you're playing for a lot of prizes. You get the WDW Radio Magic Band cover, the 102 Ways to Save Money for and at Walt Disney World book, a copy of my brand new Tomorrowland audio tour, and I have one extra from this week's Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, special Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom card. It is the Olaf's Snowgies. I mistakenly called it the Anna Frozen spell card this week, but it's the Olaf Snowgies. I have two. I'm going to give you one. So good luck and have fun. That's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and listen this week. I know that your time is your most valuable commodity, and the fact that you choose to spend and share some of it with me means so much to me. Don't forget about our question of the week. Also, want to say quick thanks to all the new members of the WDW Radio Nation, including Dan Moore, Julie Tin, and Christina Galetta. If you want to help the show and get some exclusive rewards every month, including scavenger hunts, access to our private Facebook group, custom personalized Magic Band covers, backpacks, t-shirts, care packages from Walt Disney World, and more, you can visit wdwradio.com/support. And this month only, for November only, anybody who signs up during November at the silver level or above will get a very special, limited edition WDW Radio Nation exclusive gift item in their package. Again, it's a great way for you to become part of the Nation family and community and show your support for the show. Again, to find out more, you can visit wdwradio.com/support. Also, don't forget to visit the website at WDWradio.com. We have a great team of about 30 blog writers putting out some amazing content each and every day. There's new videos, a free newsletter, a free app, and lots more. If you have a question you want me to answer on the show, you can email me, lou@WDWradio.com, or call the voicemail, be heard on the air at 407-900-9391. You can connect with me on social, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. I am at Lou Mongello on all those platforms. And don't forget that in addition to the podcast every week, I also do a live video broadcast every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. For years, I have been doing it on WDW Radio Live on the Ustream platform. Been playing around with Periscope. I posted a video during our live broadcast last week because I have recently been playing around with and really enjoy a brand new platform. And in order to watch the live newscast and be part of the conversation, again, that's every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, visit facebook.com/Lou Mongello. You can follow me there and be sure and turn on notifications. This way, whenever I go live, not just on Wednesdays, but last week I broadcast the entire Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights, the Christmas Party Parade, lots of other broadcasts, both in the parks, on the road, sometimes in the air. Again, facebook.com/Lou Mongello. Turn on notifications there. If you visit wdwradiolive.com, I have the explanation video and links there as well. And look, as much as I love connecting with you online, I think that nothing beats a handshake and a hug. And that's why I do monthly meetups every month in Walt Disney World. Thanks to everybody who came out last Sunday after the Wine and Dine half marathon. Really, really appreciate it. Got to meet so many great new friends. Visit the events page at facebook.com/WDWRadio or at WDWRadio.com. Click on the events tab. You'll find about upcoming meets of the month in Walt Disney World and other special events, including our cruises, our meetup in New Orleans, Chicago next year, our e-ticket adventure, our Star Wars cruise, and lots more. Our next meet of the month is a special one. It's going to be Saturday, December 5th. That is going to be our virtual holiday party, our online charity auction, and the meet of the month at the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights. If you can't get down to Walt Disney World, I'll be broadcasting live throughout the day, taking you around the parks, sharing some of the Christmas and holiday decorations and spirit with you. Again, that's at facebook.com/Lou Mongello. We're also going to be doing an online charity auction of Disney items, artwork, collectibles, and more that you'll be able to bid on anywhere online. All the proceeds go to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America. And if you are in the parks, we'll be doing a meetup for the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights later on that night. Again, that's Saturday, December 5th. Visit the events page for more information. Also, stay tuned for some meetups, not just in Walt Disney World or at the Disney parks, but around the country. I travel a lot to speak at conferences or to businesses or at schools. And often when I do, I'll do meetups wherever I may be. So, for example, I'll be in Chicago next summer. You can visit LouMongello.com and find out if I can help you in some way and come to speak to your conference or at your kid's school. Would love to be able to do that. And if there's some way that maybe I can help you turn your passion into your profession with personal mentoring and group coaching and sort of help you build your brand and business and do what you love. I have a new coaching group forming now. It's limited to 6 people. There's only 5 spots left. I have just a few one-on-one coaching spots still available. Again, you can visit LouMangello.com to find out more information. And again, I'd love to help you kind of get you from where you are to where you want to be. And if I can help you in some way, please let me know. Speaking of help, thank you to Mouse Fan Travel, my official and recommended travel provider. Whether you're coming to World, Land, Cruise, Adventures by Disney, Aulani, or any place in between, Becky and her team will not only help you get the best possible prices, but give you an amazing level of personal service at no cost to you. They are over at mousefantravel.com. And if you go to celebrationspress.com, you can get some Disney magic delivered to your door or your digital device with the Celebrations magazine. And as always, my friends, and you are my friend, whether we have met yet or not, all I ask is that if you like the show, please help spread the word. Let others know about it. I would love it if you tweet out that you're listening to this week's episode with a link, or share it on Facebook and comment there. Let your friends know about the show. And please come by, rate and review the show over in iTunes. Thanks to you, we have more than 1,000 5-star reviews. Would love to keep them coming. I want to thank some recent reviewers like R. Digi, Progress 1964, Ron Havens, and JT Lively. If you visit iTunes and search for WDW Radio, or just go to www.radio.com/iTunes. You'll find a link directly there. And finally, and most importantly, I cannot thank you enough for all the love and the support and the friendship that you continue to give me every day in so many ways. I sincerely appreciate you. I am so grateful for you. I am thankful for the positive impact you have had on my life, and hopefully I have some small positive impact on yours. And that's really the key, isn't it? Right? It's about being positive. I believe that if you have a positive attitude, it will lead to positive outcomes. So if you want to change your life, start by changing the attitude a little bit. Make it more positive, right? And positive thoughts enable you to take positive actions, and that will lead to positive results. I hope that you have the best day, the best week, the best year ever. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you again so much. So until next time, see ya.
Lou Mangello, how are you? This is Eric McMahon from north of Boston. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that you're doing a great job on the podcast, the WDW radio show. I really enjoy it. Everything is just fabulous, from your podcast to your shows on Wednesday night with the box people. Everything is just awesome. We especially like watching your live casting, your live streaming from the parks. My daughter and I really love it. We enjoy it very much. And keep up the great work, Lou. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hi, Lou. This is Stephanie Elliott from Columbus, Ohio, and I just finished listening to the podcast on movies you need to watch before you visit Walt Disney World. And I have to say that Summer Magic has been one of my favorite movies since I was a little girl, and I just showed it to my kids the other night. So that's spot on, and I actually took pictures of Osh Popham's name last time we were at Disney World in front of the store. So thanks so much, Lou, for everything you do. Bye.
Hello, Lou. This is Luke Lawson from Bloomington, Indiana, giving you a call. It is 4:06 a.m. in the Hoosier State, and I am just now leaving to head down for 3 days to Walt Disney World for the Wine and Dine Half Marathon. So just want to wish good luck to all the runners on the WDW radio running team. I can't wait to meet you all and meet you in person for the first time, Lou. Thank you for all you do. Truly an inspiration. Couldn't do without your podcast week to week. Thank you so much, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.
You've got a friend in me. Yeah.
Well, I think we did just fine.
You would.
If you two don't straighten up, I'm going to pull the plug on both of you. Now say goodbye.
So long, everybody.
Happy holidays.